everybody sees beautiful allocation video or photos on social media, but nobody shows you the fears, the discussions, the paperwork, the inspections, the questions, and even the decision that has to be made behind the scene before that allocation process. And this is actually my client case study, so to speak. In this video, I'm taking you on a real buyer's journey behind the scenes, starting from the very first conversation till the time he was handed his documents. So you come with me. So if you ever wondered what is involved in buying land in Nigeria, this video is going to help you to know the processes involved, the steps involved, and also save you from costly mistakes that will make you lose your hard-earned money. Now let's start with the client. This client, we met him at an exhibition in Port Harcourt. The first contact we had with him was on the 24th of November. So we met him during the exhibition that was going on in their company. He mentioned that he wanted to buy a property in his hometown, which is in Benin, because of fear of negative experiences that people in his town has had over the years. So he doesn't want to be a victim. After the explanation, we told him in confidence that we're not going to be like the other stories. This is going to be a very transparent experience. So you said, fine. Meanwhile, I have sent him the soft copy of the flyer of the property that we have in Benin, and then he chose the one that caught his attention. Then he replied me, do you have your form? This was on chat. Do you have your forms? Say, yes, we have both soft copy of the form and hard copy. He asked for this property. He has not seen it. It's in Port Harcourt. So how will he confirm that this is genuine? So we said, fine, no problem. So what you're going to do is, if you have anybody in Benin, call the person to go to so location. He called a relative. The person went to the site and confirmed that this property is actually there. It's real and it's a good site. It's a good location. A good investment opportunity for him. His questions were satisfactorily answered and his fears were taken care of. So he was relaxed. He is dealing with experts and a genuine brand at that. So the 8th of December, he made his payment, and then eventually he got his personal receipt. That also boosted his confidence in the process. And then on the 24th of February, his document was ready. First, I sent him the soft copy of the document. He was like, wow, the process is very fast, that we keep to our word, because our documentation process takes between 4 to 6 weeks. So after payment, since he made outright payment, there was no hitch, there was no delay in the process of his documentation. He sent him the soft copy, he acknowledged it, and then the hard copy was made available too. Then on the 28th of February, he was sent a notice of physical allocation. Coincidentally, it was a promo period. So he was entitled, he got some incentive by buying within this period, which eventually he went to a physical office in Port Harcourt to pick up. And then, since he's in Port Harcourt and wasn't going to Benin anytime soon, his document was, sent from Benin to Port Harcourt office. And then went there to pick it up, delivered it at his office. He was so glad. Apart from that, he was also interested in another property. But then he now said he would take his time this time because he had other projects he was, handling at that time. He referred us. We got a referral from him. His cousin that came in from the United States that was interested in investing in property too. Because of information his brother gave him, how genuine we are, how reliable, and how seamless the process was, and the transparency involved in the whole process. So when the allocation period came, he said it's not because of his job, he won't be available to attend the physical plot allocation in Benin. I said, that's fine, that's not a problem. Anytime you go to Benin, we walk into our office, you'll be shown your property. He sent a representative, the person was shown his physical plot in Benin. This is how the stress was taken off him. Of course, if he had bought from maybe people he knew in his village or any other person, maybe he would have been telling the same story the other people in his village are telling. But then he escaped that probably story, that is capital experience, by dealing with experts. Sometimes people doubt these things, that they are not real, but this is, as you're seeing the video, watching the video, you're seeing proof, you're seeing chat, you're seeing receipts, you're seeing documents, you see evidence that shows that this investment journey, this case study, this is a real thing. It's not a cooked up story. If this client was not satisfied, I don't think he would be referring his brother. It is possible, yes. It is a real thing that is happening. People are actually buying property. Even as I'm talking to you now, some people are going on inspection. Some people are calling for inspection. I just spoke with a client before starting this video. We booked an inspection for tomorrow weekend. People are buying properties, genuine properties. Whether you're in Nigeria or you're in the diaspora and you need a property, you're still doubting. You're not convinced. Granted, there are fake. There are fraudsters out there. We can't rule that out. But then, you can't just stand on the sideline and watch and this are happening. Try something. Now, I've learned a lesson. Not even one, 3 lessons. Anyone that is really convinced that he wants to buy a property, there are genuine properties to buy. There are genuine brands that you can do business with, and then you go to sleep. You buy peace of mind, not trouble or pieces. Secondly, it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter your location. You can actually buy a property if you want to. Genuine property. And thirdly, there are genuine real estate brokers. There are genuine and trusted and tested real estate companies in Nigeria, developers. Next buyer whose journey I share here could be yours. But the difference between those owning land and those talking about it is the decision they make today. Send me a message with the word START. Let's start your real estate ownership journey.